Sick.
Hello, and welcome to Famicast 176, your Famicast for the latter part of June 2020. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined, as always, by James Charlton.
That's me. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Seriously.
Mike. Okay. Are you done eating, James?
Yeah.
Okay.
The drugs have been consumed.
Good.
I mean,
good.
Snacks.
Well, speaking of drugs, our very own Mr. Cat Drugs, Ty Sugart, is here too.
What's good?
Hey, man. Whoa.
Well,
Ty's in the warehouse of doom.
I am. This is the warehouse.
Okay, if you're an audio listener, you know the last scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark? That's where Ty is.
Yes, I was trying to put that into words. Thank you. Yeah, and they're all filled with anime figures.
Right.
Perfect.
I believe
All right.
it.
And we're also joined again by friend of the show, the Zegga, a.k.a. Scott. Christian name is Zegga.
So my question is, if you open the wrong box by accident, does your face get melted, Ty?
That's full of snakes.
Oh, it's full of snakes. Okay, cool. Hi, everybody.
And Nazis.
Yeah, snakes. Yeah, it's literally
I
a
hate
box
those
with
guys.
snakes and Nazis. That's all it's in it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like we kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, we got a lot of stuff to talk about on the show today. Lots of new games that we're going to be talking about, new business, lots and lots of news. And I'm sure that by the time we're done talking, there's probably going to be more stuff. There's a Pokemon thing today.
Yeah, I was going to say Famicast Curse. There's some kind of like Pokemon Direct happening immediately after the show. But no one cares.
Yeah. It's good. Well, we'll get to that. Well, it'll probably break. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get things kicked off with the new business. And Ty, would you mind kicking things off for us?
Sure. Right.
Sorry to catch you like mid-chew.
No, I'm trying to think where I want to start. I could talk about Dead by Daylight again because I finished all the DLC achievements and I am ready to uninstall.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. Yep. Played for 1,000 hours out of spite. Got every fucking goofball achievement, every grindy piece of shit. It went through 3 of the fucking season or battle pass things.
What? Wait, out of spite? Ty, I thought you were in love with this game. What the hell's wrong with you? You suddenly
a lot of things are wrong with me, James.
Okay. I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, you could have like given us a hint before now. we thought you were in love with this game. I thought this was like Killer Instinct, just on the Killer Instinct.
No, like I think the game has a lot of problems. No, I did have a lot of fun with it. It's fun. It's a fun basic idea. I would have designed a lot of parts of it way differently. Okay, I kind of want to talk about the community that revolves around the game. Okay. So as you know, I'm from a fighting game background, and the old man arcade playing fighting game type. They think that everything in the game is fair and fair game to use, and if you have a problem with any of it, you have to get good. Now, the Dead by Daylight community, on the other hand, oh man, they have a lot of salty made-up ideas about how the game should be played. You may have heard this before. You may have seen it on Scrub Quotes, but or heard the meme about the Survivor rulebook for killers. Like, you can't camp, you can't tunnel, you can't do this, you can't do that. You have to give them a chance. You have to let one person survive. And of course, as a fighting game player, I am going to bench press them through a fucking table. And I've been having a good time just fucking people up and getting hate mail.
Because you're a patriot.
Yes, a true patriot.
So this is the equivalent of the the fighting tournaments where they say you can't throw more than 2 fireballs.
Right. Pretty much. And like the way the game is designed is like super weird about it. Like there's like 2 different scoring systems basically. There's different ways to measure success in that game. Like the total amount of points you can get in a match is capped at 32,000. So like a perfect game points wise is 32,000. But there's also like a series of medals that you get, and certain actions in game count for against the medals. Like for killer, it's like for downing survivors, protecting generators, breaking things, which is a pretty arbitrary thing because like you don't always want to break stuff. And like Survivor's kind of the same. Like you get points for boldness, which is like running from the killer or hitting them with pallets and flashlights and stuff. But is that really the best thing you can do if you want to survive? Not necessarily. The best thing you want to do is like not get found.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, and like as a killer, if you want to maximize your points, you want to put survivors on the hook and you want to let them escape. So you can hook them again. Like you want to hook everybody 3 times. And that's kind of a conflict of interest with like killing the survivors, you know? So like this game has like all these weird little conflicts of interest that happen in a match. And I think the developers need to like give that like a whole nother look, like from the ground up. But it's fun though.
That makes sense, right? Because the whole goal is to hook all of the survivors to win, right?
Right. Well, I mean, the goal is nebulous. Like, do you want to maximize your points? Do you just want to kill all 4 guys? Right. It's a weird thing. Like, I usually play to maximize my points, so I usually hook them, leave them alone, and then like at the end of the game, like you know, if you want to maximize your points, it kind of means like dragging things out. Like just chasing them around for a while, going around the level, breaking stuff. And like I think that whole system should be simplified and basically made more uniform, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Not so nebulous.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, the game's been out for what? You said 4 years?
4 years. It's a 4-year anniversary event going on now. You can get a whole bunch of fun bonus items and experience, and there's like little balloons and banners strewn about the maps.
Okay. Well, I mean, with that being said, do you think it would be even? Well, obviously, I know you think it'd be worth it for the developers to do it, but do you think they think it would be worth it to do?
No, I think they have no idea what they're doing. I mean, everybody does, because you know, game or armchair game design.
Yeah, sure.
But the thing is, me and James are good at armchair game design. If you've listened to our Patreon podcasts, and me shilling just now.
Right. I might have to dedicate a whole show to fixing Dead by Daylight. That's
an idea. Yeah. Put that 1,000 hours of play to something productive for once.
Ty, I was trying to tell you on Twitter that a lot of my students, actually female Japanese students, they play this game.
Yeah, and girls play this game. Lots of girls play it. I get in Survivor groups, and it's just like mixes of guys and girls. It's just I don't. It's just a trend I've noticed. Like girls love horror games.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask you, do you have any theories on that? Because I'm not saying it's like the new Splatoon in Japan or something. It's not like that, but it's like you know, when I ask my female students what games they're playing, it's like 20%. You know, the remaining 80% is Splatoon 2 and Animal Crossing. But I'm just surprised that Dead by Daylight is such a high percentage. It's like
what platform are they typically playing on, James?
PC.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
nobody's playing on Switch, Danny.
yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, actually, I just bought the PC version. Looking forward to starting over.
That's the politically correct version, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right. So it's
it's the one it's the one with the chat window at the end of the match. So things are gonna get wild.
Oh man, there's gonna be some real salt there.
Yep.
There's definitely gonna be some non-PC comments in those.
Oh yeah. Man, like I even get hate mail in that game from like Japanese players. It's wild.
Wow.
Do you know how rarely they send hate mail? But there's some real toxic shitters out there.
Like you're not playing fair, or you're a douchebag, that kind of thing, or
yeah, one guy is just like a huge bitch who's Likes to hate mail and kill himself and all that.
Okay.
Good luck to him.
Yeah, good luck to him.
Right.
Nah, he can get fucked.
Or
But
not.
what's
But
nice is when you run into him as a killer, you can equip this item that basically lets you kill survivors really fast. And like they see it on like the game's startup, so they know it's personal.
that's amazing.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's good for the game design, but it's good for the in-game drama. Let me tell you. So yeah.
Is there voice chat in the game?
No, like any voice chat has to be outside of the game.
Okay.
Again, that's why Japanese people like it. Got it?
Oh yeah. Like recently I've been playing with like a bunch of Aussies and New Zealanders. And we get in a survivor group on voice chat, and it's good. You can do some funny stuff when you're actually coordinated. Yeah. But and my personal feeling is it's kind of too good.
Okay.
Yeah. So survivors have no right to whine about anything that happens to them in game, in my opinion.
Already then. So is that it? Is this it officially? Is this the last episode? You're going to talk about Dead by Daylight? We're drawing a line in the sand here?
I think so. I think I'm done talking about it, at least until the next DLC.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Does anybody actually believe him right now? Because I don't.
Well, I was trying to think like how many episodes he talked about Killer Instinct, but it does come up from time to time, so officially it never ended.
Right. Right. So
forever.
I have something else to show you guys if you'd put up the big screen.
Sure.
All right, look at this. It's Contra.
So, if for all the audio viewers out there, Ty is playing Contra right now.
Yeah,
Contra.
Literally just said that.
It's
So
the NES ROM. Let's go. All right, look at me. I'm playing the video game. All right, now for our video viewers, let me spin the win. Whoa!
Oh,
that's right.
God. Contra's in 3D.
That is so cool. I don't even care. Like, that is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah,
technology is amazing.
Oh God, I cannot play at this angle. Oh God, I'm dead.
So you're just using the right stick for that?
Yeah.
Nice.
But cool. I hear this game has some pretty good VR support.
Huh.
So yeah, you can see what the game looks like backstage. You spin this shit around. Let's go. Yeah, I'm a nice thick cardboard cutout. What's up, boys?
I don't know if you follow the same account, but there's like an art account, art Twitter account that kind of does this for like 8-bit games. They'll just take one scene from an 8-bit game and they'll like recreate it in 3D. But
yeah, that's
like
cool.
if you I don't know if you've seen that, but they obviously spend hours recreating these scenes pixel by pixel. But this is like literal real-time gameplay.
Yeah, this is yeah. It does not support every game. Like each one of these is kind of custom built.
Okay.
So it supports 70 games right now. You still have to come up with your own damn ROM. I don't know where you're going to get a ROM on the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's poor design. Poor design.
I've never even heard of the internet. I don't even know what that is.
Wait, do you work for Nintendo?
I do. No, my uncle does.
Yeah.
And he sent me this. He made it for me.
No,
I mean, I was talking before the show started, and with the guys, and I mean, like Nintendo kind of tried to do this with those 3D classics.
Oh shit, they did, didn't they? I remember.
But like
the 3D classics, yeah.
Yeah, it was not. It was only like 6 games. Yeah. Like one of them was Urban Champion. I mean, I think that's all that really needs to be said. But
one of them was Urban Champion. That's wild. Oh, let's see what this boss looks like. Okay, yeah, he's kind of.
Cool. That's pretty clever.
It's a wall. It's literally a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just spin around. This is what it looks like behind the scenes. Oh, I'm dead.
This is what it looks like when you're dead behind the scenes.
Yeah, here's what the game over looks like in 3D. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So
even text looks cool in 3D. That's crazy.
Yeah, you can play the game from backstage. Like Mario looks really cool like this.
Nice.
But this is the only. I just ran the wrong way because I was looking at it from behind.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. What is this plugin called?
It's not a plugin. It's actually standalone software. It's on Steam.
Okay.
It costs $9.
Oh shit.
And
Okay. Wow.
And it supports 70 games right now.
Nice. What's it called?
3D Sen.
3D Sen. Okay. SEN.
Yes.
Right.
And
Cool.
I think it has some VR support. I don't have a VR headset yet.
I was gonna say, Ty, you're the kind of guy who'd be in the market for, a headset, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Maybe when I clear out some space in my fucking crate archive here. Yeah.
Get a bit closer with your 3D anime girlfriend. I mean,
hell yeah.
Yeah. You need a VR helmet for that.
Right.
Yeah, dude. No, Mom, close the door.
I was gonna say, lock that door.
Right. Okay, so that'll about do it for me.
Okay.
All right, then. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll go ahead and go next with new business. I'm playing the new hotness, the new old hotness. And that actually is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer.
Hell yeah.
That is now out on the...
Ridge Racer.
That's the only thing good to come out of that damned movie.
Yeah,
Right.
Hold on 1 second here. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm doing a couple of things right now.
Do we even want to know?
No, I have to. It's the first time I'm using this on my computer.
Danny's never used a computer before. So yeah, so talking about 3D games, 3D old games, is this actually a new game or is this just literally a ROM?
No, this is basically an upscaled version of the original N64 PC / Dreamcast version of the game.
Cool. I don't know. I watched a video gameplay on the channel and I was like, that looks pretty much like the N64 version that I remember.
Is it 60 frames a second?
Yes, it is actually.
They even kept the friggin' fog. It's like, the distance that you see is not any better.
Yeah, that's
a gameplay mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird because there are some things that are still there. Like you said, draw distance is kind of a weird type of a thing because there's still stuff that kind of pops in depending on the levels that you're at and stuff like that. Yeah, damn it, I can't show the pictures right now. I'm gonna have to fix this mid-show. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, in terms of like controls and stuff like that, it feels absolutely fine. I mean, if you played the game, back in the day on N64 or PC or whatever, you're probably gonna feel right at home. I don't think there's any problems with that. And then, like I said, the game it does run at 60 frames a second, so it looks great. But yeah, it's really weird because whenever you boot up the game and if you just let like the first cinematics roll through, you'll see the cinematics rolling through. It's like I'm pretty sure it's like PC or maybe Dreamcast version, and it looks like they're just kind of like left as is, and they're choppy as hell, which is like really disappointing.
Oh yeah, like super artifacted, really gross.
Like it seems like the artifacting isn't really a problem, but they're just choppy, and
right.
I have no frame of reference because I never played the PC version, and I'm in the middle of like writing up a review right now, and I wanted to check on like some PC footage and stuff like that. Thank you, James. But like, yeah, that was kind of disappointing. And another thing too, was really bizarre that the sound was just like blazing, man. It was like so freaking loud. It was ridiculous. Like almost to the point where you couldn't even really distinguish whenever you're like on the race. You couldn't really distinguish between the sounds of like the racer itself and then like sound effects and stuff like that, which is kind of weird. I mean, you can like turn that stuff down in the options mode, but yeah, I think even on the video that I uploaded, I just had to like when I was editing the video, I had to just crank it down by about 50% so it wouldn't blow your eardrums off. It was pretty bad.
Brilliant.
But yeah, I mean, I used to never really be a big fan of this. I never owned this game as a kid. To be honest, I so many people really like the pod racing sequence in episode 1, and I didn't hate it. but I didn't think it was as great as everybody said it was.
Right.
Am I the only one there? with
Yes.
that?
Yeah, I thought it was all right, and then it got progressively worse every time George Lucas got his fucking greasy hands on it. It's like, let's add an extra 30 minutes of a guy, rattling a spanner around or something. What the fuck's he doing, man?
Yeah, they
Seriously.
did add,
Midichlorians.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of weird, but anyways, I don't know. Like with the movies and stuff like that, I always preferred like the speeder bikes. I thought those were just cooler. It wasn't thnecessarily a race. It was, they're trying to chase down some biker scouts and get away and stuff. But yeah, I just always thought that was
the first 60 seconds of the pod race is the best, when they're just kind of revving all the engines and there's all the excitement, and then after that it's kind of like, eh.
You see a couple of shots of Warwick Davis too. It's awesome.
Yeah.
He's
That's
my fucking hero. I love that man.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm working on a review right now, and that should be coming up in the next couple of days, maybe even tomorrow, so Thursday. We'll see how it goes. Just depends, because I'm going to be editing the podcast and also, working my regular job too. So
I forgot you can like upgrade your ship, and it's got all sorts of stuff like that, hasn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's not just choose one car and then do the whole game like that, right? You're actually upgrading stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. Yeah, exactly. There's all sorts of different little aspects of your car that you have to, or pod racer, or whatever you want to call it, that you have to upgrade. And I mean, you need to get through like the tournament mode, so you can unlock more tracks and then also unlock more racers and stuff too. So
did you notice any is it dual stick supported?
No, I checked that actually right before we got on the show and stuff like that. It doesn't look like it's an option in the standard options or anything. You can play with the Joy-Con, a single Joy-Con, if you want to.
So it is officially worse than the N64 version. It doesn't have fucking dual analog. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, piece of shit. Throw it in the trash.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're out there and you're thinking like, man, I really want to play this game. I loved it as a kid. You'll probably still like it. It might not look as good as you remember it did, but I mean, it's still a pretty solid game and still pretty fun. So I don't think you could go wrong there.
It's a great DLS.
Hey, Watto makes several appearances in the game too.
It's not voiced, is it? Is it?
No, there's voices. There are voices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
James Allen in the chat says, not being into Star Wars, but this kind of reminds me of Fast RMX.
Yeah.
We played that in the last Famicast game night. Good times. I don't think you can touch Fast RMX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, Metal Mike actually brings up another comment here too. And he says, hopefully they could bring back Rogue Squadron. And, thinking about this is like basically the most high profile Star Wars game that has been remade and put on a Nintendo console ever. For at least, in the most recent times and stuff like that. So hopefully this opens the door for other things like, Shadows of the Empire, Rogue Squadron, Rogue Leader, all sorts of stuff like that. But
there is a new one, isn't it? Coming out, Danny? There's a new Star Wars
Squadrons.
Squadrons, right?
Yeah, not on Switch, obviously.
Yeah. Coming to everything except Switch,
Yeah.
Man, I actually kind of like Shadows of the Empire.
Me too.
That game was incredible.
Yeah, it's flawed.
Yeah, there are a couple of really bad levels, but they were mostly good, and I like the variety.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in Shadows, and I mean, even some of the stuff when you're on foot is Dash. It's not terrible, but
that game is not a good game. I'll just be the opposing opinion there. That game is, oh shit, I spent $70 on a game. Please God, I have to get some enjoyment out of it. It's fucking
fine.
Stockholm
That's
syndrome.
fine, James. You can be wrong on the internet. That's okay.
It's fucking Stockholm syndrome, the game. It's like everyone who bought it just like convinced themselves. It's like, yeah, I'm glad I spent.
All right.
I got it for Christmas, so I mean, it wasn't out any money at all. So.
Okay. How about this? I think the Hoth battle was worth the price of entry.
Yes.
And then anything else, good or bad, it's just whatever.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. Yeah.
But then the GameCube game was like that Hoth battle just kind of like erased the N64 version from everyone's memory.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean,
I really
Sail,
like the train level. You remember that?
yeah.
Mhm.
That one was fun.
I hated it, and then I played it recently. I did like a retro review on the channel. If you want to check it out, you should do that. But I used to hate that place, but
Yeah.
it is all about the timing. The timing's kind of weird at first, but once you get used to it, you're like, okay, I can do this, and it's not so bad.
Is that the one they based the whole movie of Han Solo on?
Yes.
What I don't like are like the really long on foot levels that just drag on, like the fucking canyon and the hot space is just. Bleh.
Hot space is like short compared to the stupid canyon and some of the other stuff. Oh man, yeah,
So
and
long. And then like you just like shoot those fucking Wampa guys like 1,000 times.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that takes so many hits. Yeah.
And there's like no reason for them to take that many hits other than to waste your goddamn time.
I don't know, guys. This kind of sounds like I'm right.
No, hot battle, too good.
No, I would, dude. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not an absolute piece of shit because there are redeeming qualities, and I think this game was important for 3D Star Wars games. Think about it. Think about all the stuff that happened, like like all the in-flight stuff. That stuff kind of set the groundwork for what 3D Star Wars flight games would be for like the next 2 decades. So does that mean everything's good? No, because like we said, then they also learned what's not good. These on-foot missions with weird floaty controls. So
and infinite health wampas.
Yeah. But anyways, I could go on about Star Wars stuff forever, so we should probably stop doing that. And let's move on to the next guy for new business, which is Scott.
Cool. So this is fun. I actually, for the first time on my appearance on the Famicast, I actually have a Nintendo Switch game to talk about that I have been playing for the last 2 nights. I know. It's like, what? Who is this guy?
Wait. Is this like a tie? I've played a Nintendo Switch game where I've actually played it on the Xbox, but it's also available on Switch, or you're actually playing it on Switch?
All right. So the only way you're going to get me on this one for the technicality is the first time that I played this game was on a Neo Geo arcade cabinet in 1991 when the game came out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the game that I played is called Crossed Swords, and I actually just looked up the wiki for it so I could give a little extra background. So this game was made by the same company that made World Heroes, which I actually didn't know until just right now. So it's made by ADK, ADK Holdings, aka Alpha Denshi Corporation. And this game is great. So I grew up with this game as a kid because living in Washington State and living on one of the many islands in the state, I had to take the ferry a lot to go to Seattle. And in the 90s, the early 90s, the ferry system actually invested very heavily in video games, in arcade cabinets for the ferries, because they knew people couldn't go anywhere for 40 minutes. So people would, spend, fortunes on these arcade games. And so as a little kid, having to go across the water on these ferry boats to the city all the time, especially because my dad worked there. I mean, it was like Christmas. It was like going to an arcade that just happened to be on the way to the other place you were going. Like, it doesn't get much better than that, right? Nice. And I very specifically remember this game called Crossed Swords that really stuck out in my memory. They also had like Art of Fighting, and the Fatal Fury games. This is the first time I had ever seen them, not in a standard arcade, but on a ferry boat, which is weird, right? But for me, it's like a huge part of my childhood. So it was really cool. And this game really stuck with me. And I was thinking about it randomly the other day when I was at work, and I was just, I had some dead time. And so I was kind of like reading some gaming news, because I'm so professional. And I was like, man, that game was really good. I wonder, what's up with that game? Like, I don't even, really know anything about it. And so I kind of looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, that's the game and stuff. And then I looked at, I was on the Wikipedia and it said list of systems it was released on. And it said Nintendo Switch. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no way.
Yeah.
So I jumped on the wiki, and then I went to, I took a look at the wiki and went straight to the eShop. And sure as shit, there it was for $8 on the Switch eShop. And it was like insta purchase, just this right off the bat.
8 coins.
Yeah. And it was eight shiny coins, particularly shiny. And it was amazing because, so this is really neat, this version. I'm sorry I didn't supply any screenshots of this part, but they have all of these cool settings built into this game so that you can sort of really recreate the arcade experience. You can adjust the sound. You can actually set a hard limit on amount of continues, because if you're playing it like an arcade game, right, you could just pretend you have infinite quarters, right? So what I did was, like, I set a hard limit of 3, because if I'm trying to like realistically play through this game, I don't realistically have endless money, right? So it's a lot more fun if you are trying to actually complete it and you have some sort of, restriction on yourself, just like the original arcade way. Because eventually, a young kid doesn't have infinite money, right? Maybe you'd be lucky to get 50 cents to play maybe once, right?
Right.
In this game, in the arcade mode, in this, because like I'm playing it with the English version in the original arcade setting, so it is absolutely designed to beat the shit out of you so that you have to spend money on it. And I played it for about an hour and a half, and I made some progress, but I did not make that much progress. So I feel bad for anybody back in the day that tried to play this with real money, because I could see you easily spending $20 and only maybe beating the first level.
Is this one of those hamster joints?
Arcade archives.
Arcade archives.
Yep.
Okay, arcade archives.
Yep.
So does it have those like different options for like how many quarters you can use? You can limit it yourself.
Keep mashing. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Yeah.
So I think on the L1 and R1 buttons, not the triggers, but the L1 R1 buttons on the Nintendo Switch controller are the insert coin and press start buttons.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you can
so you can spam it and get the coin sound.
Yeah, you can spam it. But it's really neat, and I feel bad that I didn't get a screenshot of it. But when you start the game up, it has a boatload of options. You can play in the original Japanese arcade mode, the original English arcade mode, and then they have actually set up a couple of other unique modes specifically for the Switch version, one of which includes a leader, like a scoreboard. So like you can actually compete with other people playing this game for score online.
High score mode, right?
All three of them. All three of the other people.
Yeah, all of the other people, yeah. But it's still, that's so cool. This game came out in 1990. Yeah. It's literally like a 30-year-old game, and they're adding all of this functionality and stuff, and it's multiplayer. Mm-hmm. It's you can play with 2 people.
Oh, nice. Get the missus on there. She can play.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she'd last about 4 seconds because I can only last about 8. So, it's fun, man. It was so cool too. Like you randomly think of this game that was a big part of your childhood, but you kind of forgot that it was. And then you go and look it up, and he goes, "Oh, it's on Switch, and it's on there for $8." Like, shit, buy it now! Like now, I have to have it. And because you played on the arcade version, because it did come out, I think, on a couple of different console versions, but we all know the arcade ones are the best. Yeah. Being able to play this arcade version at home is like you're literally, it's like a time machine, Yeah. I just got transported, and it was like, and it all came back to me too, like what I was doing at the time when I was playing this game when I was a kid, like why I was going to the city on the ferry and like all of this stuff. It just all came rushing back, and it was so much fun to play this, even though I was just getting my ass handed to me just constantly.
So Scott, I'm looking at the screenshots. I'm trying to work out what it is, because it's like a wireframe dude. Almost
it's
like
Punch Out.
Like Punch Out.
So it's they took the original Punch Out, like the arcade Punch Out, right. Before the SNES one, and they just copied it, right? And
Brilliant.
basically, right? It's the same idea, so that you can see your character versus the guy in the background. So you're the foreground, they're the background, and there's like 3 levels of backgrounds, and you can only hit them with your melee weapon when they're in the closest one to you. And then if you see like in the middle of the screen there's that weird, looks like a creepy basketball, that with a number 8. It's right in the middle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's like your magic that you get that's based on your weapon. And you have 8 uses of that. Yeah. Thank you, Danny.
Mhm.
And that's a ranged attack, but that's the only one you have. And that's just your basic weapon you start with. But later, if you go to the last screenshot that I sent you, Danny, I don't know if you can do that really quick. This one here, you can run into traveling merchants and you can spend your gold. And if you spend it on, I haven't gotten the shield axe yet because I'm terrible. But
is this the game? Is this the game like bad localization? It says you do not have enough golds. Is it?
It might be.
No, I think that's Faxanadu that you're thinking.
Oh, okay. It looks very
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But what's cool about this is that like the Mist Sword and the Thunder Sword, they change your magic ability in the game. So the default sword attack with the weird football, basketball thing, it just shoots like a fireball at range, right? But the Mist Sword does this weird mist attack that is stationary on the screen, and if enemies walk into it, they're stunned, and then you can just beat the crap out of them. So it's really powerful against bosses. And the Thunder Sword, it has limited uses, but if you use it, you instantly kill whatever dude is in the foreground fighting against you. So it's kind of neat. So you can sort of strategize like how you're going to do your playthrough using those abilities. It's kind of fun.
Thunder Sword.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. I'm Lionel. Yeah.
Cue the music.
This seems like well, I looked on YouTube. There's a few people doing 1 credit clears of this game, so that might be might be a fun way to approach it. Is instead of just limiting your continues, is just play through the game and keep trying to minimize how many you use until you get it down to 1.
Well, see, and that's definitely a good way to do it. The way I'm doing it was I thought realistically, if I was a kid, I would probably have 3 quarters.
Okay.
Right? So I only give myself 3 credits at the start of a run.
All right, that's a fun way to do it.
Yeah, that's the only way I'm doing it right now, and that's what I've been doing on my stream, because I think it's, like I said, I think it's more fun if you play it that way, if you're playing an arcade game.
Oh yeah, that's how I used to play Time Crisis. I would only give myself 1.
Nice.
And then I would just get a little farther every time until I could 1 credit the game.
There it is.
Yeah. All right. That's
cool.
Yeah.
It's very fun. Like, I mean, if there's no nostalgia for you, like as a potential buyer of this game, I don't know if I would justify $8 to someone who hasn't played it before. But for somebody who just, whose childhood just spent so much time playing this game, $8 was a steal to me, So yeah, super fun. Yeah, right, definitely recommend it if you want to play some old school stuff, and with a lot of cool options, despite the fact that it's a 30-year-old game. It's cool.
This game looks pretty fucking metal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what's it make me think of? Fight Night and God Hand.
Yeah,
which are both amazing games.
Fight Night's still not out yet, but yeah, okay.
Yeah,
they. I just saw it in the wiki. I didn't play it personally, but I guess another game called Rage of the Gladiator or something was very heavily inspired by this game. And Rage of the Gladiator came out in 2003 or 2008. I can't remember.
Was that like a WiiWare game or something?
Let me let's see.
Let me throw out comedy option modern game For Honor.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I mean, very similar.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's see. Second WiiWare game to use Wii Motion Plus, similar to the gameplay Punch Out, released in 2010. Yeah, Rage of the Gladiator. So they specifically said that this game, Cross Swords, was a huge inspiration for them to make it. Apparently,
does it say who developed that one, the WiiWare one?
Let's see.
Because I remember that game looking surprisingly good for a WiiWare, which, remember, less than 40 megabytes.
40.
Right?
Yeah.
So and it's like,
Looking at the wiki, it says Ghostfire Games and Gameleon Studios.
never heard of him.
Never really.
I'm flipping through full playthroughs of this game. Some of these enemies are like metal as fuck. I love them.
Yeah, they will just hand it to you in seconds. It's pretty rad, dude. Check it out. Let me know what you think.
There's like a skeleton centipede and
Okay,
like
well, don't
this-
ruin it. What are you doing?
Okay. Holy shit, ninjas.
Yeah, there's definitely ninjas.
Ty, talking about metal games that are really hard. Have you finished Valfaris yet?
No, I haven't played it since the last time I talked about it.
Thumbs up. All right.
No, that I got caught up in moving. I don't know what to tell you. I'm playing Dead by Daylight.
Of course.
All right, Scotty.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you.
Well, first, before we move on to James, I just want to just give a shout out to everybody that's joined us in the live chat now. We got Blaine, James, Mark, Metal Mike's up in there too. Thanks, guys, for joining. I'll try to keep up on your comments and stuff like that. Sorry, I was kind of preoccupied. But yeah, James, would you mind closing us out, man?
Yeah, James was asking if I was drinking from a Famicast mug. I'm actually not. I actually don't have a Famicast mug yet, Danny. But I linked pre-order now. Yeah. But yeah, I just linked up the chat with a useful link to our Teespring store where you can buy a Famicast mug for $8.99. That's $9 American. And it's the black mug. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to talk about two games. Bioshock, which I talked about last time. I think I'm near the end, very near the end.
Really? That seems pretty fast.
Are you actually, Danny? You haven't played it. You don't. I don't know how much of a spoiler.
Oh yeah, did the big twist happen yet?
We're talking Bioshock 1?
Yeah. Bioshock 1.
All right.
Oh my.
So the guy who you think's the guy is not the guy.
Yeah. All right. Did you get to the golf segment yet?
Golf. Not ring any bells.
Ty, that's genius. Very good. Very good.
Okay. I've got the parts where I can become the thing that you're usually fighting the thing, but then I'm becoming the thing. Okay.
You have B arms.
Yes.
Yes, I do have B arms. Thank you. Yeah, that was good. That's a good one. I like that one.
I'm glad you guys are talking in code because I literally have no idea what the hell.
Right.
So I just got to say, just really quick, forgive me for not seeing the cast last week. James, this is your first time playing Bioshock 1, and you're playing it on Switch?
Yes, the remastered trilogy came out.
I was so excited for you.
Yeah, I'm loving it so far.
I wish I could get hit on the head and forget everything that I had played in that. Yeah.
I don't know, the twist that Ty just mentioned, I kind of saw coming, but it was still, when it happened, I thought, oh yeah, okay, that's pretty cool.
Right,
but
it lends an extra meaning to us saying, "Would you coyly?" Last episode.
Yes, that suddenly made a lot of sense. Yeah, I think now you mention it, I think replaying that game would be fun. Actually, noticing things that they probably have dropped. They probably do drop hints at the beginning of the game for how things are going to pan out. But as it's my first time through, I didn't pick up on those things. So it'd be interesting to replay the game. Did anyone replay the game after completing it the first time? No? Okay.
I do have a friend who said it was his favorite game ever, and then he traded it into GameStop.
That good, huh?
Best of luck,
people, man.
He just doesn't want to spoil that one-time experience. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of like that. I mean, I'm like that with Zelda games. I always play the Zelda games at the time that they come out, and it's like once I've done everything, I'm like, okay, that's done. I close that chapter and I move on to the next game, right? So I probably won't do that with Bioshock, but I'm excited to go into the second one. I mean, I think, does it sound like I'm near the end? It feels like I'm near the end. So yeah, I'm excited to go into the second one, which I have no idea what happens in the second one. I don't know how it starts, so that means I don't know how the first one ends. I have no idea, so it's all very exciting. But,
the one I'm excited to hear your thoughts on are Bioshock Infinite. When you finish it,
because there was quite a big gap between 2 and Infinite, wasn't there? And it's also thematically quite
that I recall. Yeah.
They're quite different. Yeah, because it was like, Bioshock's back, and it looks very different, And then there was some kind of, people were complaining about how they were trying to implement more easier modes into the game, because they want. I forgot who develops this game. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the guy's name, but the head designer, he was saying how the metrics came in for like the first 2 games, and like a lot of people didn't complete the game, and so he wanted that people to be able to experience all of the story in the third one. So he kind of like had added a super easy option where it's like, it's basically just, I want to see the story, I want to experience the story. I don't want to. I'm not too bothered about, scoping enemies out the sky with my sniper rifle. I can't do that, but I just want to enjoy the story. So, but then the gamers got a little bit angry at that. It's like, well, yeah, it's just a fucking option, man. You don't have to play it in that mode if you don't want to.
Honestly, it seems like more games nowadays are actually adding that type of an option to games, and I think just for that very reason. I mean, it's an option for people that don't have the time or just aren't willing to put in the time for something like that. Which hey, whatever, you're gonna play however you're gonna play. And
there are always ways to keep both sides satisfied. If you don't want somebody to say, hey, I completed the game, and and still get all the achievements and everything, even though they played it on super easy baby mode. Yeah, I understand. That's not really completing the game. But there's ways around that, right? You can say, well, you get a better ending, or you get more achievement points or whatever.
That, or you get achievement points for not playing it on baby mode, or
that's what I mean.
Wolfenstein, which one? The New Order and New Colossus, right?
It's actually pronounced Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein, excuse me. Yeah. They if you pick the easiest possible version, the main character, was it BJ is his name?
Yeah.
Right. He has a baby bonnet and a pacifier in his mouth.
Right,
yeah. Well, that's how it was in the original Wolfenstein in 1990.
Yeah.
It's like "Mommy, don't hurt me" or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. But anyway, Bioshock, still loving it. And the other game that I kind of was thinking about getting in the last episode, and I did actually end up getting it. Oh shit, I lost that card. I had I bought it on the download card, actually. The things that Danny, there it is. I got it. This one. Oh, Danny's already put my screenshots up, so people can't see it. Thanks for that. This little download card thing, which is like, you can buy it physically for like whatever, 4,400 yen.
Yeah,
but
with the taxes.
Yep. So Clubhouse Games, 51 worldwide classics. So Danny covered it on the website, or on the website and YouTube channel already. He mostly played bowling.
Yeah.
But actually, I haven't even touched bowling yet. Yeah. So this, I played local multiplayer with my boys, and I played a bit of online by myself. And I did play a few like offline games as well, just to try out a few ones that looked interesting. It is amazing how you can play a lot of the games. You can play all of the games by yourself. With a pro controller, but there are some where there's only like maybe 2 or 3 that require you to use the Joy-Con for motion control. I think bowling is one of them, and darts.
Bowling and darts. Actually, it's like 2 of like the 5 games that I played.
Yeah. So I just couldn't be bothered to like undo my Joy-Cons. And then when you play local 2-player, then it kind of grays out a whole other bunch of options. So like, for example, things like Uno that we're looking at now, you can't actually play 2-player on one console because, how are you going to hide the cards, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's there on the TV. So it just wouldn't make sense, right? So it's like, you need two consoles, which I'm not sure. Is this, I should have researched this more, but like, if you have a second console, can you just download that client thing?
I'm pretty sure that's the way that works.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point, isn't it? So like, you don't have to buy 2 copies of the game, but you do need 2 Switch consoles, which I don't have.
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of harkens back to the the stuff with the GBA back in the day.
Yeah, the download play stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, that's. I mean, I guess that's cool, but I just don't have that option. So there's a few, quite a few games that I just can't play in 2-player, because of that. But most of the action ones, like the toy robots, they don't call it Rock'em Sock'em robots. They call it,
of course not,
toy robots and toy golf and toy tennis and toy football, toy soccer. You can play all of those locally, no problem. Because they're all just very they're just like the toy ones, like with football, it's just like you're moving your players back and forth and left and right, and then just A to kick, and that's it. It's pretty simple. So and then also then another option is if you undock the Switch and you just play it on the console undocked, then you can just play it directly with touchscreen. Again, that's not all the games, but there's a bunch of the obvious ones like air hockey, which makes complete sense to just put your Switch on the table and just play air hockey on it.
Right.
And that was pretty fun. And then there's another, I forgot what it's called now, but you're trying to link from one side of the board to the other by putting these tiles down. You take turns in putting a red tile down and a blue tile down, and you have to kind of make a pass to the other side and kind of block people so they can't do theirs. That's pretty fun. I mean, it's very simple. You just you touch it, and then it just immediately the other person gets to touch it. So you just back and forth. It's very quick. It's very intuitive. So toy tanks you can play with just the little Joy-Cons, like a split Joy-Con, which is cool. I played that with my son. That was quite fun. Ironically, it is tank controls, as in the Resident Evil style of tank controls. So you're rotating with left and right, and then you're moving forwards and backwards with up and down. And
I suddenly have a huge urge to play Battle Tanks.
Oh God, Battle Tanks
on 64. Hell yeah!
That was a great game.
It's fun rental. I never owned it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's probably only slightly different from that. I mean, you've got a lob shot and you've got a direct shot, so you can lob over something, or you can shoot directly and bounce off the walls and stuff like that. So there's quite a lot of technique, and you can do that. And then the other thing was I tried it online, and that was a very mixed bag. There you can play if you show the slide with all of the games. This is online mode, so everything you can see on this page, you can play online. So when you go to online mode, you can choose up to 3 games and to find matches for. And actually, if you see there, it's got little orange kind of person icons next to them. That means people are ready to play right now. So they've already found matches. So if you choose that, you'll go straight into a match. But you can choose anyone you like. You can choose up to 3, like I said, and then in the background it'll just search for matches for you, and you can play an offline match while you're waiting, and then it'll just interrupt your match and say, we found some players.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much like that. So, and you don't have to select 3 if there's one particular game that you really want to play. You can just do that and just keep waiting. And just play offline games until you find a match. So it's pretty, it's pretty seamless. It's a little bit slow in connecting some of the games, but for example, 4-player games like Uno and Blackjack and other Ludo, those kind of 4-player, roll the dice kind of games. You need 4 people, and they can take a while to find 4. Usually finds one person really quickly, and then the last 2 you're waiting 2 minutes or something like that. and I think if it runs out of time, they'll fill in the 3rd or 4th person with a CPU as well. So if you've only got one other person, you can still play. But ran into some problems. Most of the games worked fine, but Uno, which is the one I really wanted to play online because it's Uno, right? And you can play against CPUs, but that's boring, right? So I tried it online, and holy shit, the frame rate, the whole game's just slowed down. It went to like 4 frames a second.
How many matches did you play?
No, I couldn't play.
Oh.
Like, if Danny, the screenshot I have of Uno, if you have a look at it, there's a little error message at the bottom. And it says, there it is, players left. And the reason players left was because it was just a slideshow. Like, I think the reason why this was a slideshow and Blackjack wasn't is that Blackjack shows the backs of the cards, right? They're only like 2 cards each. But with this one, each person has a different number of cards. So they have to accurately portray how many cards each person has. So that they're calculating all 4 people at the same time, right? And they're animating the cards going to each person. So for some reason, that just fucks up the whole system, and it just can't handle it. And it's just so weird. I was playing with... Yeah,
that should be like the simplest thing ever in terms of online play.
There's all the people I'm playing are Japanese people. I'm playing on a wired connection. And I'm assuming, everyone's in Japan, so everyone's got a half decent connection, right?
That, or they're probably playing tethered to their phones, man. Like,
it feels like it.
Yeah. I mean, I also played a little bit of bowling online, and it was a little bit finicky, but it wasn't terrible. But man, I think it's just because, and Ty, maybe you know more about this than I do, but it seems like, obviously Nintendo doesn't have servers for this stuff. You're all this kind of like, it's like peer-to-peer stuff.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask James, like, how many different matches did you try? You could be playing a game hosted by some shitter on a mobile connection in the subway.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like I was the first one to connect, and then they were connecting to me, but maybe it wasn't like that,
Yeah, maybe it was. You should try a bunch and then report back, see how it goes.
Okay, well, I tried 2, and both were like slideshows.
Okay, you should try like 10, I think, is a good base sample.
Yeah, okay. I must have just got lucky, James, because I only just did the one online match, and it like I said, there's a little bit of jumpiness to it, but bowling.
Okay, yeah, weird. Well, again, with bowling, it's like it's your turn and then his turn, right? It's like...
Yeah. I mean, it's entirely plausible that the one game is just coded like shit, too.
True.
So, I mean, we need more testing, James. Please test
I will do that.
Yes.
So I thought Ty was going to tell us a story about how he played Uno on 360 like 15 years ago, and it ran flawlessly.
Yeah, it's true. And then I could also send a picture of my balls to everyone in the chat. And
was it video chat?
No lag at all. It was amazing.
No.
It wasn't video chat. It was just like, you could snap a picture with your Xbox camera or whatever.
Yeah, of my balls.
There you go. Yeah, right. Did they eventually just remove that feature because of all the balls?
I think you can still play it, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I have one of the old Xbox cameras. I'll slap that in and see how it goes. Set up the old 360. See what's going on.
Yeah. So yeah, I still haven't played Uno online, but I played it offline, and that's fun. It's Uno, but it's called Last Card or something. I think it's called. Yeah, it's called Last Card. It's written right there on the table.
Oh, so it's not real Uno. It's store brand Uno.
Yeah, it's exactly the same, except they just replaced the word Uno with Last Card. They did that with another game as well. I forgot what it's called, but there's another kind of, there's a branded game which they've unbranded.
Connect 4.
Yeah, Connect 4. There you go. Thank you. It's just called like Match 4 or something like that.
I sang the theme song in a British rocker or punk
right.
voice the other episode. So you're welcome.
So yeah, I really appreciate the variety. Like, how much you can play locally, how much you can play like on the touchscreen only, and then what you can play online. And most of my experience has been very, very positive, and it's pretty cool. And it's going to take me ages to even play all of these games. Jesus Christ, 51 games. I mean, I've probably only played like 15 of them at this point, which is more than Danny, but that's still a very small percentage how many that are there. And I really like the presentation, actually. I don't know if Danny mentioned it much last time, but like the intros that they have, like the explanation videos, are very well written. Like they've really localized the shit out of this. Like, and they're very, very droll, very amusing. it's pretty much like, you know, this guy comes in and like tries to like teach these girls how to play a game, and then they'll end up being better than him and stuff like that. And just that kind of banter back and forth is pretty funny. There's like a kid character, and then there's like a woman character and a man character, and their conversations back and forth. They're kind of like learning to play the game from one of them, but like they're doing it in a kind of funny way. And I just thought it was really, really well done, really well played. You know, it's not as annoying as you would expect it to be. It's not just a very simplistic, you know, first you collect 4 cards from the deck and then you do this. You know, they're trying to be more playful with it. And
exactly. They make it fun and kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's cool. And you can unlock harder versions of everything, and you know, you can, you know, the CPU, you start off on easy, but if you win an easy game, you unlock medium and etc. etc. So you know, there's a lot of stuff to do, and it's an absolute bargain price. So yeah, why the hell not? I think that is all from me.
Okie doke. All right. Well, that's going to do it for new business. So we're going to go to a little bit of now playing at the Famicast.com. So now playing at Famicast.com, we always got lots of stuff going up on a website, YouTube channel, all that type of stuff that you guys should be checking out. And I'll go ahead and kick us off with a couple of things that you guys probably have maybe already seen, or maybe something that you might be looking forward to. So last week, I did a couple of different videos. I did one for the recently released Arcade Archives versus Baseball. Just like, you know, with Crossed Swords, Hamster also has, you know, been teaming up with Nintendo occasionally, and this time to release a bad baseball game. So if you want to hear more about that, arcade perfect port, but still bad, definitely check out that video. You know, we talked about episode 1 Racer earlier in the show. If you haven't checked out our footage, you should definitely do that. Get yourself kind of an idea of how it runs on the Switch and just in general. I'm going to be trying to get a review for that up here in the next couple of days. So look forward to that.
So by arcade perfect, you mean arcade terrible?
In that case, yeah, it's it's weird. I mean, you should, if you have any interest in baseball or not, you just wanted to see kind of a semi-bad game that actually kind of set up what modern baseball gaming is today, then for video games at least, you should check it out. It's interesting. But anyway, Ty, what else have we been doing, man? Something that you and James did.
Oh yeah. Let's see. We did a little react to ARMS character reveal for Smash Brothers. Spoiler alert, it's Min Min from ARMS.
Min Min.
Yeah. So we watched that. We had a good time. I think I wasn't blown away, but I wasn't disappointed either. It's like, okay, I'm down.
It's funny, actually, Ty ended up being more positive than me, which is like, that's weird.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a Dalsim player frequently in Street Fighter, so the appeal is there for me. But yeah, how about some of those fucking Mii Fighter costumes?
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Oh, that's JAPANews.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some cool stuff. Cool. James, anything else?
Oh yeah, just a little bit of house cleaning to do. May have forgotten to mention this in the last episode. I apologize. But at the start of season 4, we had loads of upgraders, like people who upgraded.
Sorry.
So, for example, James Allen went from 3 to 10. Aaron Brown went from 3 to 5, which, you know, we don't even have a $5 tier, but he just wanted to give us an extra couple of bucks a month, which is amazing.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Joel also, he went from 3 to 10. People really wanted that mug. And then the most recent one was Lemonade. He again went from 3 to 5. Again, we don't have a $5 tier, but thank you so much, Lemonade. It's awesome. And I asked him, well, why do you do that? We can't give you any extra tiers. And he just said, he appreciates our great content, which is totally amazing to hear. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it. So yeah, as for content, so the games that made us, chapter 3, the video version has just gone live. I'm just fixing up the audio version now, and that's the third chapter of my gaming life. And I was joined by Danny. So yeah, I talked about a whole bunch of games. I think a couple of them Danny probably had never played before or never seen before, but it was good times. And I was also I had a scan of a magazine that I had back when I was a kid, which I vividly remember. So I was using that scan as a kind of a reference point through the video version, at least, anyway. So yeah, check it out. It's a good times. Lots of funny stories, embarrassing stories from my childhood. There it is. And then for game stuff, nothing really exciting from me. But I played that stupid jump rope challenge game that Nintendo just fucking stealth dropped out of nowhere, which is a free exercise game. I played like a few minutes of that, put some footage of that up if you want to see that. And also, I just played the Pokemon Cafe mix.
Oh, that it just came out today, right?
Oh, was that today? Yeah, I just saw it and I just played it and I tried to capture it and it was like, you can't play this game in dock mode, and I had to take it out and I actually had to play it like a fucking smartphone game because I think it is a smartphone game.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It basically plays like Tsum Tsum, where you just kind of match like Pokemon characters or whatever, and at the end of the video I delete the app, so you can actually see the full lifespan of me installing it to deleting it. It's a 3-minute video, so there you go. Good times if you want to check it out. Cool. And I think that is it.
All of this and more. That's right. All right. And James, you know what time it is? Think you know what time it is? What do we got? Might want to say that again.
It's JAPANews.
There it is. That's right, folks. It's time for the JAPANews. This is the time of the show where we go over all of the latest and greatest news coming in and out of Japan, usually out. Whatever, I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Coming into Japan, yeah.
Yes, but yeah, holy crap! There's been a lot of news over the past couple of weeks since we did the last episode, and yeah, I mean, for this first little bit, I don't think we should go all out because we already have a separate video that you guys should actually check out to hear James and Ty.
Oh yeah, let Ty just finish the sentence because you interrupted him during you now playing.
If I may. No, sure.
I think Ty said there were some cool me costumes announced.
Right. Yeah. So to recap, you can watch Sakurai fuck around with Min, and you can see the inside of his house.
Yes.
Order his sofa now from Nitori.com.
Yes, he owns an Xbox One X, like all cool dudes in Japan do.
Yeah.
All 5 of us.
Yeah, that's
right.
amazing. That Sakurai's the 5th. That's great.
Right. Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of me costume fighters as well. There's Ninjara, Kelly and Marie, Heihachi, and Vault Boy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Wild. Yeah, he really fits with the me fighter aesthetic, I gotta say.
Yeah, the me face that they make. I mean, it's just using standard me features, but like, holy shit, it looks exactly right. Don't know how they did that.
Yeah, pretty good. Some fun costumes. They're what, like 75 cents USD each?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Did any of them? No. Because I was just thinking about that, Ty. If they're like $1.50, or $2, they usually have music. But if they're 75 cents, it's usually just the costume.
They could. There's some Fallout jams they could use. Most of the music in Fallout is licensed, but there's some original ones, like just some random jazzy ones they put on the in-game radio. And I would like to have one of those, just a really goofy one in the Smash. That would be good.
Did you buy Sans, Ty?
I believe I did. Yeah, I did.
Because you get the Megalomania track as well, don't you?
Right. Yeah, it's nice.
Pretty hot.
Yep. All right.
Cool. Well, another thing that they did mention during that presentation that I haven't got to check out your guys' full reactions or anything. Thank you. But they showed off these 2 pretty good-looking new amiibo, I thought. That being Joker, and then one for Hero as well. They're supposed to be coming out sometime in the fall this year. So, yeah, I thought those were pretty cool. And it's really weird that they're actually still making Amiibo when it seems like Nintendo is just basically kind of offed the whole product line, more or less.
I guess Sakurai is literally single-handedly keeping Amiibo alive with new Smash characters.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But anyways, we can go ahead and actually move on to the next bit of news here that we have, and that is something that I think a lot of people are maybe kind of excited about. And Scott, would you mind reading the second little bit of news there?
Scott is the most excited about it.
Yes.
I honestly am.
Yeah,
I honestly am. This is huge.
Oh shit! Yeah, I just remembered. There's actually some good stuff. In
Yeah, this is terrific.
Yeah, I forgot.
So, new Pokemon Snap is headed to the Switch. Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
I know, right?
No.
So on top of the other bangers from the Pokemon Direct on June 17th, Pokemon Smile Cafe Mix, the N64 Classic is getting a remake. Unfortunately, there is no release date, but the game is being developed by Bandai Namco. I personally have good thoughts on that, but we'll deal with that in a second. I'm so excited for this. It's stupid. It's stupid how excited for this I am, because Pokemon Snap on the N64 is a fucking treasure. That game was just great. It was so ridiculous. It was the game you didn't even know you wanted, right?
Yeah.
It just came out of nowhere. It's like, oh, wait, it's a Pokemon game. Wait a minute. All I do is take pictures. It's like a rail shooter, but I take photos. Mm-hmm. I'll take 10. Right? Yeah.
Talking about taking 10, did you ever print out the photos in Blockbuster videos?
They should have.
No, that was literally a thing you could do.
Yeah. No, and so when this game came out, I was actually working in a video store at the time, but we were not a Blockbuster or a Hollywood Video, like a chain place. We were a local shop, so unfortunately, we did not have that option. But I do remember that when this game came out, that we could not keep it on the shelves. We just couldn't. We had, in our little relatively kind of small community, I think we bought 3 copies, which was actually kind of uncommon for us. We'd usually buy a max of 2 copies of video games to rent when Pokemon Snap came out for N64, because 2 was like more than enough to cover our costs, right, and make some money. But it was so popular that we needed 3. We absolutely had to have 3, and we couldn't even keep those 3 on the shelves, even during the weekday. That's how popular it was.
It does have rental written all over it, doesn't it? Because it's kind of a short game, but like it's easy to come back to again and again.
That's right. Yep.
Arcadey style.
Yep.
Yeah, well, my little brother actually picked this game up when we were kids, and I was kind of glad that he did, because I mean, if I have one complaint about Pokemon Snap, is the length. I mean, it is a very short game, and you can blow through it in a weekend, which is literally what we did. But even obviously there's things that, and trying to get higher scores and stuff like that, so you can, keep you coming back. But just the concept is just so awesome. And I really hope that they do more with this. And I don't think anybody really cares that much, but I think this might be fun for kids. But utilizing some of the Nintendo Labo stuff, like especially the camera thing, I think that makes a lot of sense for this game. I would like to see them do some kind of, Nintendo Labo VR. I think that would be cool as an option. I mean, for crying out loud, you added, Labo or VR support into freaking Breath of the Wild. Why not into something like this, which it would make more sense, Isn't
that literally a camera Labo?
What? Yeah, there is.
Oh.
Yeah. So they could just take all of the unsold ones, package it with this game, and then boom,
That actually makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. I think, or sometimes, not usually, but every once in a while.
So much sense that they're probably not going to do it.
Exactly. So, all right. Well,
and then I already talked about Pokemon Cafe.
Right.
Get the hell out of that for 2 minutes.
Yeah. I should have timed this. I should have redone this order of how we were saying this. But Jump Rope Challenge. James kind of mentioned that already. The free Nintendo game with the little bunny. James, I still haven't tried it out, man. I downloaded it, but I haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very bare bones. I mean, you just every day you can do it. It's like it just logs your count every single day. You do 100 skips and then that's it. It says, yeah, see you tomorrow. And you come back next day, you do 100 skips again. And you can actually increase it if you want. You can go up to like maybe 1,000 skips a day if you really want.
Yeah, I saw that.
If you're a fucking boxer or something, I don't know.
No.
And you can do it with 2 players as well. Even if you've only got 2 Joy-Cons, you can do.
Okay, I guess.
Put it off, give one each. Yeah, just do a one-handed one, I guess. I guess it makes more sense to actually just put it with a actual skipping rope. And I've seen some people actually do a 3D printed handle for that. Yeah. Like make a 3D printed handle for a real skipping rope and put it in and then put the Joy-Con inside.
Sure.
So,
sure.
Pretty wild.
Well, some breaking news, actually. This has been brought up by Mark Harrison. And I actually have a story pulled up from Nintendo World Report that I'm going to read.
Is it happening right now?
It's happened.
Pokemon Direct?
It has happened. So Mark kind of brought this to our attention. It's called Pokemon Unite. This is a reveal. It's a collaboration with Tencent. Fan favorite. Everybody loves him. But again, this is a story from Nintendo World Report. Good old Donald Terrio had written this up. Always working his ass off over there. So the Pokemon Company's major product teased last week is a collaboration with Tencent. Pokemon Unite is a 5v5 team battle game that will appear on Switch and mobile with cross-platform play. Players will choose a Pokemon to start and capture wild Pokemon to take goals on an action map. No release date was given for the project. So, I mean, we'd probably have to see. I don't. Oh God, if there's footage of it, I'd kind of be curious, but I really could. I don't really care.
Right. All right.
Yeah. Another quick one too, just because I forgot to put it in the agenda. But James Allen actually brought up too. A new Tetris 99 challenge is coming up. I think it's next weekend, the July 3rd through like the 6th, and with the Xenoblade theme. So you could bet your ass I'm going to be playing that. So, and James Allen brought that up, so thank you for that. But moving on, actually, Scott, again, this is something that I know is up your alley. And Ty, you seem maybe like you would be at least kind of interested about this next little bit of news.
I can jump on this one, or Ty can do it. I'm good either way.
Yeah, or James could put this up on the screen instead. No warning. Great.
Pokemon made people.
It's a 60-second video.
Okay.
This is Pokemon Unite.
Okay.
It's a good name for the title, definitely.
Yeah.
Battle together. Yeah. It's all about the trading cards. They love that. That's
Right.
Pokken.
Connect together.
Esports.
Right.
Giant moth thing.
Still haven't shown a single bit of gameplay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it's smartphone versus console. Pokemon.
Okay.
Oh, it's like, is it like?
It looks like a fucking MOBA.
It's a MOBA. That's what it is. It's a fucking MOBA.
Oh my god.
It's Pokemon MOBA is what it is.
Pokemon.
Wow.
Okay. 5v5 is like 5 different people. I don't know. I was thinking like 5 of your own team.
It's a MOBA. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a MOBA.
Yeah. We're League of Legends now.
It's League of Legends, the Pokemon version. Holy crap. It's going to suck ass.
Now.
Hi, Tani has a great comment here. The like-dislike ratio on that presentation is scary.
What is the ratio? I'm guessing it's like 50-50.
James, could you show us that?
I can show you that. It is right here.
Oof.
Oh, I accidentally clicked up.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, fix it.
Yeah,
Yikes.
5.7K up, 19K down. Holy shit.
And it just became 19,001.
Yeah.
Destruction.
Well, good luck to him, I guess.
I think that here's what they could have done. If they really wanted to grab an actual audience for it and made it a real thing, don't do mobile, right?
Yeah.
Like make it a like a console exclusive, or do like console focused, and like make it a real deal. Because like, the real hardcore gamer guys, and people that really, really enjoy games, every time we see like, oh, and it's crossplay with mobile, and you're like, okay, yeah, you've just lost all of my attention, right?
I haven't even looked at Twitter yet, but I can already see the memes. It's like,
Oh, it's gonna be great.
it's going to be everyone, we really want a Pokemon MMO open world game where you can go around a massive world and collect Pokemon, and then Nintendo : so you want a MOBA? It's going to be something like that, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Nintendo.
I guess when you actually kind of think about it, it's kind of surprising it took them this long to get a MOBA version of Pokemon, right? Because it's a genre that, you know, any series can get fit into very easily, right? Because the rules of the game are already there. Just put your characters in it, and you're good to go. But,
get your Charizard and your Pikachus.
Yep.
Yeah. Mark Harrison. Yeah, this will make so much money. It probably will.
Yeah, it's definitely going to. I agree.
Pokemon's a fad. It'll die out soon.
Right.
What's the what was the thing that I interrupted with this video?
On a very similar note, about EA and a certain shooter that is coming to the Switch. Ty or Scott and Ty. What do we got?
Apex?
Yeah.
Yeah, bud.
Who plays Apex?
Not
I
me.
do. A lot.
Go for it.
Scott plays.
Okay. All right. It's me. Now I'm up. Okay, cool. So Apex Legends is set to come to the Switch and Steam, which is a really new thing for Origin stuff. This fall, and will feature cross-platform play. And the news comes from the EA Play event, and EA also said that they have a total of 7 games to the Switch over the next year. Confirmed are Burnout Paradise, nice,
Already out, right?
the remaster version.
Yep.
Apex Lost in Random.
Yes, that's the name.
That's the actual name.
Yeah, it's like an indie type of game. I think they're working with like indie partners for that one. They showed that off at their EA Play event last week. Yeah.
Okay. FIFA 21, whatever you want to call it. I like
that
FIFA.
was accidental. That was amazing.
Yeah.
But I think I heard that's going to be the legacy version again, where it's like the
of course it is.
Yeah,
of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
it's like, of course it's the shit version. What are you talking about? I like the Switch shit versions.
It's the same on the fucking PS2. If they're still releasing a PS2 version, it'd be the same fucking thing. Yeah. Even in 2020, you bet your ass.
No one's going to play it because no one in the world cares about soccer anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then apparently there's also 3 mystery games.
Yeah, because I mean 7 total games, but we just don't know some of the others.
But that's it's exciting for Apex, especially. It's an amazing game. If you don't like battle royale games, just tune out for a minute. But as far as battle royale games go, I think it's one of the best ones that's on the market. And the best part is it's free. It's completely free. And
that's going to be a great game night game, isn't it? Play the shit out of that.
It would be. It absolutely would be. Yeah. And it's very fun. It's intuitive. Like, it's not it's people can say what they want about Fortnite, and I don't play Fortnite really all that much, but I get why Fortnite's popular. It's easy to play. It's fun to play. It's simple. It's not, it's got some depth to it, but it's not, the barrier to entry is low. It looks good. Apex is the same way. And generally you play it in squads of 3, which is really fun if you have a group of friends, right? If you have like 2 friends, and it's, it's based off of Titanfall, which is one of the most beloved shooters like of all time. Like Titanfall 2 is considered to be, probably in the top 10 of shooting single player campaigns ever made. Plus the multiplayer just got a huge resurgence because it's on Steam now as of this week. I think
that would make sense with the timing
exactly. And it's, the other thing too, it's like $5, right? And it's absolutely terrific. So yeah, I think this is actually really cool because with the, there's so many BRs out there, battle royale games, and bringing people back to Apex, I think is actually very exciting.
Well, yeah, if they've got cross-platform sorted, that's a big deal. Because that's why Fortnite's so big. I mean, you can play it on literally anything.
Yeah,
no matter what you're playing it on, right? I mean, it's probably why PUBG lost. So quote unquote lost is like, they have the mobile version, but like it's not that good, and that's it. It's like what, PC, Xbox. Can you play PUBG on PlayStation? Probably.
Yes, I think so. But I think it took a long time, and the majority of your player base for Apex that I'm aware of, I have no numbers to back this up, but the majority of your Apex players are probably PC players. So this is really cool that they just opened up another console for this.
Yeah.
This is terrific. This is I'm like really, really, really excited for this because I really like this game and I played a lot.
Nice. Looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to play it.
Yeah.
Right then, should we move on? Danny, it looks like it's yours next.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of mention this because this was, I think, brought up last week. But we've talked in the past about that Lego Mario set that's coming out, worldwide at the beginning of August, and we just learned last week that actually Japan is getting all of those things before everybody else, which is exciting and good for me because I have it pre-ordered and it's going to be coming early. And that date here in Japan is July 10th. So I'll probably make some kind of video.
That's pretty soon.
Yeah. And then there's a baseball game that comes out the day before that. I'm going to have my hands full, literally and figuratively. So
making Lego and playing baseball.
Yeah.
Danny Bivens.
Exactly. This next spin of news, James, I know you love this series.
Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? Kingdom Hearts is finally coming back to Nintendo platform, kinda. Kingdom Hearts : Melody of Memory is a rhythm game utilizing the franchise and its tunes that is scheduled to come to Switch at some time in 2020. There's currently no info about the release of the game outside of Japan. That's probably no info, right?
Probably no. Thank you for your reading comprehension.
Thank you.
With my misspelled words.
So yet again, the baby Disney game comes to every console except, the baby console, Nintendo consoles. That's always really confused me. It's like Kingdom Hearts is Final Fantasy with, baby Disney characters, but like it's on every single console except fucking Nintendo consoles. Like, I just don't get that logic. Is there some kind of exclusivity deal? No, because it's on Xbox as well. So it literally makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, with 3, like, obviously that will not happen on Switch. You just can't do it. But like all like the re-releases and stuff like that, I really don't understand.
I honestly, I looked at Kingdom Hearts 3. It doesn't look any better than fucking Dragon Quest 11, which runs fine on Switch.
Okay.
seriously, that game does not look very taxing. It's full flat shaded, colors. It's like, come on, man.
If they like optimize it or something, maybe they could, but I mean, as is, hell no. Probably not. But
yeah, we just on all the other ones, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Then none of them are on Nintendo console. It's just very, very bizarre.
Well, this one that's coming out, this will be the first Kingdom Hearts game on a Nintendo system since Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS back in like 2012 or 11 or whatever the hell that was.
Another shitty side story that no one cares about. That's all Nintendo consoles have ever got. Weird.
Yeah. But some more things added here. One thing I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about here. So Nintendo's apparently looking to scale back their mobile development, and there was a Bloomberg report about this, and a lot of other outlets pick this up. So I know it's easy to say this, but President Furukawa went on to say, it said, we're not necessarily looking to continue releasing many new applications for the mobile market. Mobile market consultant Serkan Toto went on to say, since the release of Mario Kart Tour in the fall of 2019, Nintendo's mobile pipeline is empty. And in a sense, Nintendo's enormous success on console reduced the need and the pressure to put resources into mobile. So obviously, I think the gut reaction here is like, well, hey, thank God, fuck mobile. Let this Nintendo make games that they're going to make. I have a little bit of a different opinion on that.
All right, let's hear your wrong opinion first.
Okay. Well, mobile games are awesome. I can't wait to play Mario with touch controls only. No, of course not. No, but I think just giving up this quickly on mobile would be a mistake. We don't know how far Nintendo are going to pull out on this. I mean, obviously, they haven't really said anything about what they're doing next, like any big mobile projects or anything like that. We don't know. They just haven't said anything. Mario Kart Tour was the last one, but I think it'd be foolish to pull out this quickly because there's still a lot of money to be made. It seems to me, this is just my opinion, I don't think Nintendo gave it like their all. It doesn't seem like they had like their A teams like on making mobile games. Not saying that their mobile games are bad. I mean, that's kind of in the eye of the beholder, right? But I don't know. There are just a lot of things that they could just try, and it just seems like everything they've done so far has been kind of safe. Mark Harrison's bringing up stuff about Mario Run, which I personally like the fact that they made it so you just have to pay for it up front, but then they kind of just caved to the market, which I don't know, but yeah.
I would like to offer a counterpoint.
Okay.
Mobile games are trash.
Yeah.
Nintendo's mobile games have no value, and it's not worth pursuing farther.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
except maybe as a promotional tool for like real games.
That's kind of what they said that they were going to do, but I don't know how successful they were with that.
I don't think it fits with Nintendo's ethos. I mean, the
Right.
reason why I love Nintendo is that they make real fucking games, and it's like
Right.
when they announced that they were going to mobile, my heart sank. I mean, there's probably an episode titled about that, right? When they announced
Right.
that, and it was
like clearly what happened is like their stockholders kind of pushed them into do mobile is free money, and they had no idea what they're fucking talking about. And I think the point has been proven that they don't know what they're talking about, and now Nintendo is maybe reinvigorated to do as they fucking please, especially since the Switch sold 100 trillion units.
Yeah, but I mean that's just for now. I mean, I think
For now.
getting out of mobile.
I mean,
short term
do
maybe,
understand
but like I don't know. Thinking about it like long term, it seemed like it'd be better to be doing something. At least something.
It's like you're trying to say like it's good to have like at least one lifeline of just like free money, like just running on in the background kind of thing. But like Iwata said this. He predicted the fucking smartphone gaming market way before it actually happened, and it's like the what was, I've forgotten the phrasing you had, but it's like the path to like zero kind of thing. So it's like the value will just go down and down and down until like games are worthless, like they're worth nothing. And that is literally what happened. Every game on the app store became $0 within like 2 or 3 years of the app store existing. And then every game has been free after that with fucking in-app purchases. And Nintendo tried everything. They tried to do the honorable thing, like with Mario Run. They said, okay, we'll give you a little sample for free, and then we'll $10 and you can have the full game. They tried that. People didn't buy it. There's like a tiny percentage of people actually upgraded it. And probably those people were the actual, quote unquote, real gamers who would buy a Mario game anyway. Yeah. The fucking, casual, whatever smartphone gamers, they're like, what, $10 for a video game? No way. And
then they'll probably still throw $10 on microtransactions or more.
Yeah, exactly. They got
every 5 or 6 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. And then go spend $10 worth of coins for fucking whatever bite my ass alligator .biz coin munching game or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
Hell yeah. I love bitcoinminer.exe.
And then Fire Emblem was the most successful one, and that was like pretty much like a straight up kind of mobile game, like all the kind of trappings, like random pulls to get characters with big boots,
waifu JPEGs,
gotchas, yeah,
right. And that was like huge in Japan, right? And then what else? Then
Dragalia Lost
that as well, right?
Dr. Mario. They haven't really said how, at least in the reports. I read the whole Bloomberg article and kind of looked at reports, but they haven't said anything about like how successful Dr. Mario is compared to some of the other games.
I think it was the least one anyway. Yeah. And like Mario Kart Tour, again, that's another gacha game, like a gacha pool, getting the character game. They went all out for that. Like it's free, but then you have to like pay for gachas, and then they've got a fucking monthly subscription on top of the gachas. They went absolutely batshit insane with that one. I don't know what they were thinking. And then maybe that was the the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like, okay, that is too much. Okay, we got to get out of this. This is we've gone too far. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I just feel like there's got to be something else that they can do, like some kind of valuable software type of thing that they could do on mobile.
It doesn't exist.
I'm just saying, like, valuable as it, you know, for gamers, not just for like making money, but, you know, just thinking about it from like their own bottom line. And why should I give a fuck? I guess I really don't. But like, you know, like just thinking about how quickly the video game market could change, even for like consoles and stuff. Think about the Wii, and all of a sudden the Wii U, Nintendo was fucked. You know, and I mean, like, right now they're riding high on the Switch, but like, yeah, I was just saying, don't throw it out, don't throw it away just yet, and to get too cocky. Nintendo's done that multiple times, you know.
Can you not hear me? All the good games on smartphones ultimately get released on console. I mean, I've played some of them. Like there was one, like, what was it, Stella? I mean, that was a smartphone game ported to Switch. It plays way better on Switch, but you know, it's an okay indie game.
Right. So, like, I was playing Play Inc. for a while. And yeah, and also I was playing some other random mobile games on my Xbox One because they came with achievement points. But yeah, that's a really riveting point you made just now. All the good games actually go to console.
Yeah, because they work better on console. Video games, by their very definition, work on video games better.
I can't help but feel like I made a rant on here maybe like a couple of years ago that like I felt like all the way people are pursuing the design of mobile games is totally wrong. Right? Yeah. Like they're just aiming for like touch stuff, get trash, make numbers go up. Whereas like the real potential in mobile games is like story-oriented games that will keep you attached for a long time and don't require a lot of precise video gaming inputs.
Yeah.
Like I wonder what the numbers look like on Ace Attorney on mobile, for example. Like that's the kind of game that should be on mobile. But instead we're getting like waifu JPEG slot machine.
Yeah.
What is that a bad genre of gaming? Isn't that the best genre ever? Waifu slot machine? That's my favorite thing. That's all I've ever wanted out of video games, man.
Yeah.
Japan is they've gone too far, man. I mean, Japan used to be the country of all the best video games. Now, like, what is it, like 70% of the market is mobile now? It's like it's sad. It's sad. I mean, most money from Japanese games is literally waifu JPEG because that's where the money is. It's disgusting.
I will say, conversely, it has been nice to see a lot of bigger Japanese companies, at least for gaming, like how we're used to, kind of like see a reinvigoration or something. You know, like Capcom is kind of like relevant again because they're making good games. You know, things like that. Nintendo, you know, obviously with the Switch and some of their, you know, highly praised games and stuff like that. That's great. As opposed to just only third parties or, you know, Western studios and stuff like that. But
I mean, Nintendo is. I mean, it is like you know, you've got a nice bakery with some like lovely baked cakes, but like behind the scenes, you've got your cousin selling crack in the back alley to make money, which helps pay for the nice bakery. That's how awesome. Nintendo and their mobile market. That's not they're selling crack in the back den. That's not really what they're all about. But you know, they could do that. I mean, Danny wants them to do that.
They do that. I do that.
But you know, and then now most companies, they only sell crack. They don't do anything else but sell crack, and that's sad. You know, gotta get baked goods.
I guess to close out the talk about mobile stuff, James Allen has his opinion. Just a quick thing. He said he thinks that Dr. Mario is pretty underrated. Had a lot of fun and put a lot of hours into the game.
Oh, James. You just reminded me. James Allen took a screenshot of his playtime of that game, and it was like, what was it? You played 7 or 8 hours in a day of that game? Yeah. And I said, "Is everything okay over there?" He's, you know, wink twice if you need some some help, if you're being held at your will or something.
Yeah, from all, at least from my wife, she plays mobile games, but yeah, she'll bounce around from doing different ones, but she's been playing Dr. Mario since basically it first came out last year. and seems to enjoy it. She's like, "Oh, I just changed my little doctor today. It's Fire Mario." I was like, "Oh, okay." So
Not Dr. Goomba Tower or whatever the fuck.
not yet.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say? Iwata was right, and they should go back to how it was. I mean, they're doing all right. And they've always been doing all right. Even Wii U, which was a fucking train wreck, they were still not in the red.
Yeah.
That was because of the 3DS, really.
Yeah.
Every other video game company has lost money and gone into the red, except Nintendo. They are fine. They do fine.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going on here. A couple other little bits of news. I don't know anything about this. Could whoever put this next little bit of news there maybe kind of enlighten us a little bit?
I didn't put it there, but Darius is a cool as fuck game.
I've heard of it, and that's it. Really.
What is it?
So what is this?
Is Darius a shmup?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
There's a Darius Cosmic Revelation. It's coming to Switch and PS4. Coming out this week. I guess the next one's up Ty's alley as well. See, he's now the default Tetris guy.
Well, I literally said this because James Allen said it earlier. But
right.
But that, for Tetris 99, there's that Xenoblade event that's coming up in a couple of weeks. So if you want to get the stages or whatever, do that. I have every single stage in the game now. Every single thing. I bought it all with the in-game currency.
All right, then. Yep. Next one. This is my game because this is our most viewed game on this YouTube channel, thanks to my amazing gameplay. What is it called? Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon 2 was just announced at the New Game Plus Expo. It's coming to Nintendo Switch. And so it's a sequel. It's the 8-bit aesthetic style one.
Yeah.
And it's going to be supervised by Iga, aka Koji Igarashi, friend of the show. You take control of Zangetsu, who was in the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And more characters. There's Dominique, who you may remember from the main game. Or not? Did you guys not play Bloodstained for like 50 hours?
Yeah. Only 25, so I missed out on that.
I didn't play
part
it yet. I'm actually really excited to play it, but I didn't buy it yet. I'm sorry.
Yo, get in on it. It's so good. So you can play as Dominique and Robert. In the game, he has like giant guns, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sniper rifle. I was watching the trailer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Watch the trailer. I mean, hey, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I love Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon. It's for me, it's one of those things where like the porridge is just right.
Nice.
Like it was just exactly difficult enough and just exactly engaging enough to be pretty much perfect for me.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna buy this day one. Or. Cool. Wait, or is there some sneaky way to get it for free?
I don't think so. We'll move on to the next one now. We've got this. It's just been announced. Neo Geo Pocket Color Selection for Nintendo Switch.
Oh, good shit. I'm going to click that full game list right now. Hey, anybody here besides me actually own a Neo Geo Pocket Color?
I did at one point, I think. It's gone.
So SNK Gals Fighters. I believe one of these came free with Samurai Shodown on Switch. It could have been this one. I can't remember. So SNK Gals Fighters, which is like the all-girl fighting game. Samurai Shodown 2. King of Fighters R2 or R2. Right? Okay. That's okay. I guess there's more.
Yeah, it seems like a short list there.
Short list, isn't it? I was gonna say. So yeah, there it is.
I was hoping for Card Fighters Clash. They made a Capcom versus SNK card game. It's kind of well loved.
Sounds awesome. Everyone loves card games.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And then the last thing we have on the news is a D3 publisher announced that Earth Defense Force, World Brothers, great name.
EDF.
It's going to be coming out to Switch this year and PS4 too. This I think this is the first time this game series has ever been on Nintendo consoles, right? EDF.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a simple 2000 game on PS2, but then kind of evolved. It's always been shit, but like shit in a good way. Yeah, people who play it, and they know it's shit, but they play it anyway because it's funny or whatever. You know?
Right.
Yeah. All right then. I guess that's the end of the JAPANews.
All right. Well, that's the end of the news. So we're going to go ahead and move on
to something.
Is it time for my favorite part of the show?
I think it is because James, I hear something coming this way.
Oh, there it is. Wah, 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 wah. Yes, it is time for my garbage bag of goodness.
Yes.
Just before we start, I noticed here on the best sellers, which is it's this is obviously more than $1, way too expensive for this. But Duke Nukem's 3D 20th anniversary world tour is down to $5.
Hell yeah!
And Urban Trial Playground, which is a trials game, is $1.49. When I think I actually bought that. I didn't buy it this week, but I bought it a while back for that price as well. So it's a fun. I mean, if you play Trials, it's like the motorbike game.
Yeah,
they're pretty fun. So yeah, if you've got $1.49, you've been saving those pennies. Give it a shot. But that's not where we're at. We're at this one, price low to high. Let's start at the very bottom. And I want to start with this one, Elliot Quest. This is actually quite a famous one. And I wouldn't actually classify this as pure garbage because I believe Johnny Metz on Radio Free Nintendo back in the day when he was on the show, he talked about this game. Maybe it was on Wii U. I think it was on Wii U. And he loved the shit out of this game. This is basically Zelda 2, if you don't know this game. So if you like Zelda 2, the worst Zelda, you might like this game. It's 9 cents, which is it's crazy. I mean, usually it's $9.99, but it's literally $9.90 off that, which is pretty amazing. I'll just go to some gameplay here. I mean, this game looks pretty amazing. I mean, it is. This is the full budget, like proper game, and it shouldn't be 9 cents, but it is for some reason. So if you like Zelda 2, check this shit out. It's got the town exploring, I Am Era style town exploring, and then these platform stages, kind of like Kid Icarus, I guess, or like Zelda 2. You get jumping and shooting arrows, leveling up your guy. Platforming, bit of magic, mostly shooting arrows though. I mean, look at it. It's amazing, right? 9 cents.
Speaking of Zelda 2, I mean, actually, I have an American copy and a Japanese copy, but I have never came anywhere close to beating this. I don't know if this game sounds appealing to me, but it looks cool.
But it looks good, right?
Yeah. At 9 cents, can't go wrong.
Straight in
that trash bag.
This looks like a $5 game minimum. Like,
wow.
I think it was I'm honestly shocked.
Yeah,
it's $10, Scott. $10.
Wow, $10. Oh, okay.
Okay, next one is a little bit more expensive, 24 cents. It's called Defunct. And it says, you are a broken robot that accidentally falls out of a giant cargo ship on a post-human Earth, now inhabited by robots.
That title image looks really promising.
I was going to say, it's just a pretty standard Wednesday, really, dropped out of a ship.
You have to get back to your ship before it's too late. Too late for what?
Typical Thursday. Got it.
Yes.
There it is, Defunct. Defunct, the two greatest words in the English language. So it's usually $14.99. Holy shit, 98% off. You're welcome. So let's check it out. I think it's 3D. Freshly squeezed entertainment.
My brand.
Made in Unity.
Huh.
Hell yeah.
Wow, it is 3D as well.
I
So
was
it's
not
a
expecting
robot with a motorcycle wheel.
So
Hell
it's
yeah.
What's that game? N64. Sprocket? Robot on Wheels? Rocket Robot on Wheels?
It's exactly like that, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen this before, haven't we? This seems really familiar.
Yeah, it's kind of like zooming down 3D. I mean, it's like Sonic, I guess. It
Episode
looks like
one
a 3D Sonic game. Probably better.
Is the frame rate this bad, or is it
on my side? It's fluid. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
this is just on the stream. Yeah, coming September 13th, 2018.
Holy shit! I gotta get to the eShop.
This looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we definitely saw this game before, maybe in 2018.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Possible.
We call it an indie adventure game with a focus on flow, speed, and an engaging world. But I would say it's just a Sonic game. You just blasting through stages.
24 cents, hell yeah. I think maybe I'll get that.
Well, Ty's a rich guy if he can afford that and the rest of the games I'm going to talk about.
Right.
But we'll see where we go anyway. So that's, well, we're still on 30-something cents, right? Red Game Without a Great Name, we've had that one. Funbox Party, I think we had that. Okay, next one is Mad Carnage.
Hell yeah.
How mad is it?
It's named after the main character, who's called John Carnage.
I was looking for some store brand Carmageddon or Maximum Carnage.
Follow John Carnage in his post-apocalyptic adventure.
His name is fucking Carnage.
That's a great name.
Mad Carnage. So it's John Carnage. He lives in Mad Carnage.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, this is peak video game, boys. Let's go.
Hey John, where's your new place? It's in Mad Carnage. Where do you think it is? It's made in collaboration with Evan Curry, a best-selling sci-fi novelist. I haven't read any of his books. Have any of you guys read his books?
I believe he wrote Tales from Jabba's Palace.
Oh, really?
He did. No, he did not.
Okay, let's see what the hell this game is. It's 39 cents, though. It's a little bit expensive. Actually, if you buy this game, that's it. The bag's full. Okay, so it's like a, what do you call this? It looks like Populous, like a strategy game or something like that, like Command and Conquer.
It's
got
a Mad Max strategy game. Let's go.
Yeah, it's Mad Max, the strategy game.
Actually, with the comic book scenes, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Presentation's pretty good. Yeah, if you like strategy games, why the hell not?
Wow, that's actually shockingly nice looking for a game that cheap.
I'm not 100% sold on like having a game with cars and guns being played on a spreadsheet.
What the hell are they doing? This should be Carmageddon, like Ty predicted it wasn't. Yeah. Has anyone played Carmageddon on N64? Holy shit.
I want to. God.
They've got that in Super Potato. The American version. It's like
ridiculously expensive, I bet.
This is what the crazy Americans love to play. And then they put Carmageddon on an American N64.
Like the most fucked up version of the whole series.
Yeah, Green Blood.
Yeah. And in Europe, I think it like Germany maybe. What they turn them into robots or something?
Yeah, well, I think it's Green Blood, isn't it? Green Blood or robots? Gray Blood.
Hell yeah.
So all the rest of the games are now like 49 cents. I don't know where all these we don't have any 3-cent ones anymore.
Santa Tracker 2? What the hell?
Bit early, isn't it? Getting there early while it's on sale. People are buying it.
It's Christmas in July, huh?
Okay, we'll have to make a choice. You can either have that Mad Max game or you can have this one, Swaps and Traps.
Not swamps.
Yeah. From the picture, you see a swamp.
Yeah, you just make that connection, right?
Used to be $9. It's down to 44 cents. So, like I said, you won't be able to fit all these games in the bag. You'll have to make a choice. Max Carnage, or whatever the fuck it was called. Or this.
John Carnage, son of Derek and Madge Carnage, brother of Susie Carnage. James Allen.
Mike is a decent man, an ordinary one, you might say, but he is no pushover when it comes to capturing the enchanted hat from his nemesis, Divider. You see, Divider's hat changes everything. Is he just like making this up as he's typing it? It's like, yeah, hit send it to...
Send tweet.
Right. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, what the hell is this game? Swaps and Traps. Okay, let's check it out.
A hat that changes everything.
Yep, it looks like a puzzle game. A platform game, maybe? Collecting keys. We might have to see this in motion to see what the fuck this is. But it looks like a pretty standard platform game, sorry. It's got fantasy violence. Danny, turn your eyes away. Don't look at it.
Can't watch.
It's rated T for teen. Okay, so it's like Meat Boy? But, okay.
I can't tell if it looks a little stiff or okay.
No, it's moving pretty smoothly on my side. Yeah, it's
okay. I wasn't.
Oh shit! Oh, okay. So you can actually switch the panels and move them around.
Interesting.
So it's like a puzzle game and a platformer in one. Oh shit! Well, I forgot. What was that game that Cyrus played? I think he reviewed it. It was called. It was like
Framed Collection.
Framed, yeah, Framed Collection. It's like that. So you can actually it's a one-screen platform game, but you can actually just swap parts of the screen around in real time. Yeah, that looks pretty interesting, actually.
But better than I was expecting, that's for sure.
44 cents. I mean, I don't know. It's. I feel like I should give people a choice here because.
Right.
No, this one looks pretty garbage. Okay, we need a horror game for Scott.
My favorite.
Perseverance.
Him and Her? That could be good.
No, this one. Perseverance. This looks more up Scott's alley.
All right, what do we got?
You play as Jack Cutter.
Jack Cutter.
A father who's struggling to keep his family together. He's a go-to guy in his hometown of Grayville. Brilliant. Research conducted in the nearby military base gives the town a mysterious aura.
No.
Okay. Is this like what the hell is it? It could be what do you call it? A visual novel. It has a visual novel-y look to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ! There's a woman with a bloody arm.
Oh my!
And a woman taking a piss in the sink. Looks like that anyway. It looks. All these pictures look like they were drawn by a fucking high school art club student. But let's see. Let's see.
Don't hate just because you couldn't get in, James.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Violence, blood. Watch out, Danny.
James is just upset because his stick figures that were tastefully drawn didn't get into art school.
With boobs on.
Yeah, with the boobs. Yeah.
Okay. It's got very moody music, which you can't hear, but a girl with a secret.
The girl with a secret.
Oh, it is a visual novel. It's just reading shit.
Yeah.
Oh, lame.
So is it's not point and click either. It's just visual novel.
I guess. Witness the horror. We won't actually show. Oh no!
Oh my God! That woman was murdered.
Rated did it for teen. That was teen. Holy shit!
Yeah, wow.
Brought to you by Edgelord666 at
I was gonna say,
deviantart.com.
Did you notice that one of the main characters was very obviously a ponytail rocking neckbeard? I mean, come on.
Man, I don't know, man. I think I don't know. What was the other one that we looked at? The first expensive game. What was it called?
With the carnage.
Yeah, no, this robot one. That one definitely got in, right?
That was pretty cool.
What's it called?
Perseverance? No.
Mad Carnage, maybe, if you like Mad Max.
That was John Carnage from the land of carnage in a world of carnage.
Right. Oh man, this one's too expensive. This one's $3. Holy shit, we can't do this one.
That's so much money. No one has that kind of money.
But it's a motorbike game.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And it flies. It has wings. No, it doesn't. Does it?
This is $3. This is the most expensive game on the eShop, I believe.
Right.
But like, play with Nintendo Switch in handheld mode on your TV, or with the Joy-Con motorbike.
That said Toy-Con, dude.
Yeah.
Rewind that shit. It said Toy-Con, not Joy-Con.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, Toy-Con. Yeah, the Labo motorbike thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny, have you got this one?
No.
Okay.
Even if I did, I wouldn't put it together. The VR was enough.
But this must be like one of the 3 games that actually support this. Like Mario Kart's one of them, right?
Yeah, not too many games that support it. That's right.
That's amazing that like a $3 indie game would do that.
Yeah. Well, it's just putting in gyro and then just having people put it in a little,
All right, then, mate.
piece of cardboard.
You make a game that uses it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, that's one for if you have the Toy-Con. Anyway.
Rich people.
So, yeah, very good. Some tough choices to make there because all of those couldn't fit in the bag. But yeah, you make the choice. Tell me. Let me know which one works out for you. But yeah, definitely get the Elliot Quest if you like the Zeldas. James Allen says that one looks all right. Road Rash Wannabe. There you go. You're welcome. That's $3 though, James. Watch out. It might be like £15 on the UK one. So be careful.
Right.
Metal Mike says he got it on the cheap. Worth a look if you want to pick up and play Racer. There you go. Cool. Hope you didn't pay more than $3, Mike.
Might have.
Back to you in the studio, Danny.
All right. So that's going to do it for JC's Garbage Bag of Goodness. We're going to do a little bit of feedback before we go ahead and close out the show. So if any of you guys have any comments, questions, or anything like that, feel free to send us an email for longer form stuff at thefamicast@gmail.com. You, of course, can hit us up on YouTube if you're watching us live right now and speaking to us in the chat and stuff. Hey, thank you guys so much. If you're watching this after the fact, go ahead and sound off in the comments below something that you liked, something, just whatever. Hit us up on Twitter at the Famicast, and you can have your comments or whatever read out in the air like these guys. So I'm going to go through a couple of different things from YouTube, and I've been forgetting about, I feel like such an asshole because I kept forgetting about his comments, but our good buddy Chariot Goblin, who usually comments on just about every episode that we do here. First of all, thanks so much for the comments, man. We really appreciate it. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up some comments that he made on the last episode, I believe. And James, if you don't mind, maybe getting some stuff ready from Twitter if you saw anything interesting.
Yeah, I got some stuff.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just.
You want me to do it now? Right now? Okay.
If you don't mind, I'm sorry.
Mark Harrison, who is he in the chat? Yeah, he's in the chat right now. He sent us a tweet earlier this month. He said, "Great Life in Japan segment on last week's episode." Yes. We haven't mentioned Black Lives Matter at all in this episode, but that doesn't mean we've forgotten about it and we don't care anymore. But I hope you guys all bought the Black Lives Matter. The package of 1,000 games. I bought it for $10, which is $5 more than you needed to play for all of those games. But I wanted to give as much as I could, so I hope you guys did. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mike. Mark. Mike in front of me and Mark on here. Sorry, Mark. Glad you enjoyed it. And Chris Unseen on Twitter. He says, let the Famicast crew know, let JC know that there's at least one person who appreciates and enjoys the Garbage Bag of Goodness segment. That's me.
Nice.
P.S. Been playing Ski Sniper, and it was a hilarious and beautifully triggering event. Thanks to the show for that glorious experience. You're welcome.
It's like the perfect thing for like everyone's inner 12-year-old.
Right?
Absolutely.
So got one here from some douchebag called Danielle Bivons, I believe it's pronounced.
Yes.
He says, I got a nice care package from our patron Chris. And he says he appreciates our awesome community. I don't own any of these games. I'm looking forward to checking them out and putting them together for some retro videos. The Little League game intrigues / creeps me out.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of shitty baseball games on NES.
Yeah. Which I'm excited about. Chris, one of our patrons, good friend, he yeah, he sent me some stuff. So I was like, if you are out there and you want to send me some old video games, feel free. No, but seriously, thanks again, Chris, for that. I really appreciate that, man. I'm gonna try to get into some of those relatively soon. So that we
join
can
our Patreon so you can give Danny stuff.
you don't have to pay us money for that. You can just give me stuff anytime you want. No. But...
oh yeah, I just found the tweet that I was talking about earlier with James Allen. He said, "Oops, I think yesterday I got a bit carried away on Dr. Mario." And yeah, he took a screenshot of his screen time. You know, the screen time, which tells you how many hours you've been playing on your phone. 7 hours and 10 minutes playing Dr. Mario World. Holy shit. He says, "Don't worry about me. I was just going through a phase. All back to normal now."
Okay.
Glad to know, James. Welcome back to the real world.
Don't know if I believe that, but
he also said he just watched the stream of me and Ty after the Smash the ARMS character reveal. He says he'd rather watch our stream than the Nintendo one because he was out when it was live, and he thought it would be more entertaining anyway, and it didn't disappoint. The wife walked in and commented on where Super Cat Drugs was streaming from. Where the hell is he? A lot of people commenting on Ty's background.
Yeah.
Oh
even today too in the chat. Some people,
right? Maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll just live like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Screw it, man.
Yeah, I said Ty was dialing in from his warehouse of trash.
Yes.
And James says, "Yeah, we've all got one of those."
Right.
Warehouse of trash.
Hell
I'm in mine right now.
I'm like one of those fucking hoarders. It just like orders like $1,000 of shit off eBay every week and never opens it.
I wish I could do that, but
if you want
you open it. I can see it. It's all on your walls there.
Yeah, but I mean, anyways, okay, yeah, you're right.
So if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at the Famicast.
Yep. A couple comments here on YouTube, like I was saying earlier. A shout out to Chariot Goblin. He usually always comments on the episodes. In the last episode, and a comment about Clubhouse Games. He said, "Hey, digital is the way to go with Clubhouse Games." So James, apparently you got it right. I got it wrong. I got the physical version.
Second Bivens.
You got the best of both worlds because you got that cool kick-ass card that you could tape on your wall.
Sure, I'm totally going to do that.
Okay, or to send it to me. Seriously.
Okay.
Yeah. And also he made a comment too. He said, "We now have audio of Danny Bivens singing like a British punker." In the last episode, the Connect 4 song, because there isn't a British version, or there is, and James is refusing to say that it does exist. But we'll just have to.
No idea what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah, so obviously there's been quite a few comments on the episode 1 racer stuff that's been going up recently. A lot of people are really kind of surprised about how shitty some of the cinematic stuff works and stuff.
Right.
Because some of the stuff like that does look pretty bad. But overall, I mean, the game looks great. Yeah. So, and then of course, there's a couple things about people asking about Assassin's Creed, so I steer them in the right direction. But hey, rest assured, if you do comment on one of our YouTube videos, we're probably going to be able to comment on it back, either talking about it here live on the show or just reaching out to you directly. So, but yeah, I think that's going to do it for the feedback today, James. Unless there's anything else that you saw.
No, I was just looking at the Connect 4 UK advert.
Oh, okay. Go for the bottom and go for the top. Yeah.
No. We'll have to insert it later, I think.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. Well, that is actually going to do it for Famicast 176. As always, you guys out there watching us live and also watching us or listening to us in the audio version and all that stuff, thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and give out our Twitter handles, and then we're going to go ahead and get the hell out of here. Some of us are tired, James. Scott's sleepy. No, but anyways, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James, where can we follow you?
At Family Complicated. That's it.
Gotcha. All right. Ty, Roan.
Super Cat Drugs. Let's see. There's lots of fun video games and also shitting on cops. So if you like those things, you'll like my Twitter.
No justice, no peace. No racist.
Fuck
bully.
the police.
All
Yeah,
right,
good
and
choices in the last episode, right? People like that. I forgot where we had a comment about that. I forgot where it was. People love the music.
I think
good
that was
stuff.
Rich. I think that
No.
was Rich. Maybe in the Discord.
Yeah. It's good. Oh yeah. That was in Discord, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
listen to the coop. I'm telling you.
all right.
All right.
All right. Scott, where can we find you, and where can people find you?
If you have a few minutes, you can stop by twitch.tv/the Zegga for when I stream, which is usually about once or twice a week, or just shoot me an email sometime at thezega@gmail.
What, seriously?
Also
Okay.
on Twitter,
Okay.
the Zegga, Twitter, all that stuff. Yeah, hit me up anytime.
Any paid promotions, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Wish I had some.
Yeah. Scott will literally sell anything. Whatever you send at him, he'll sell it for you. Don't worry.
All right. Well, that's going to do it again for the show today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm actually going to put an end screen on here this time because I forgot last time. But anyways, we will catch you next time. You guys have a good rest of your week, all of that type of stuff. And we will catch you later.
Boys.
Nice.
Later.
Laters.
We'll just sit here on the black screen for a little bit until I deem we've had enough of this on the screen so I could put more stuff. And we're just going to go ahead and end it. See ya.